We continue with the Bankrupt Bookseller. This section is the Deadly Parallel and 3 recommended books. There used to be a feature in one of the newspapers called the Deadly Parallel, and this morning I was greatly reminded of it when reading the notices on the life of Arthur James Balfour following his death. The Reverend Mr. Warr, speaking in Edinburgh, is reported to have said, convinced as he was that he himself and his brethren of the human family were destined for an eternal fellowship with the Creator, the pursuit of justice, beauty, truth, and goodness was for him the supreme objective both of private and corporate life. So much for the Reverend Mr. Warr, but what did Arthur James Balfour himself write? I have it. If you will read on page 202 of A Treasury of English Prose in Constable's Miscellany series, you will find a quotation from Foundation of Belief. I am always particular rendering unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and I must point out that the quotation there made is by permission of Longmans, Green, and Coy. The extract occupies a full page, and it is a poignant summary in the short compass of the inscrutable tragedy of man. Here, though, is the deadly parallel which challenges the smooth certainty of the funeral oration. Man will go down into the pit, and all his thoughts will perish. Death itself, and love stronger than death, will be as though they had never been. The Archbishop of Canterbury, I see, was subtler and wiser. He said of Arthur Balfour's position towards the Christian faith, quote, I doubt not that to the end he would have said in his own way that, and with his own interpretation, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, end quote. The Archbishop speaks, if not with the tongues of angels, at least with the words of charity. The Treasury of English Prose is one of the best things I have to offer. It runs its course from Geoffrey Chaucer to George Santayana, and there is in it nothing that is not superb. I can read it at any time and give thanks to Logan Purcell Smith, who, not only because it is a book to read, but a book to sell. The description of the response we call literature on page 210 is a perfect thing in words, and to have found and set it priceless, so priceless a pearl as these 100 words on love by H.G. Wells deserves a peerage. There are 3 good anthologies of English prose I recommend. Treasury of English Prose, Logan Purcell Smith, Constable, Oxford Book of English Prose, Arthur Quiller Couch, Oxford University Press. Prose of Today, compiled by the English Association, Longmans.